Hello, I'm Firefighter EMT Vanisa Balderas, and today I get to show you around the fire department. In 1736, the first fire department was formed by Benjamin Franklin in Pennsylvania. However, the village of Grandville Fire Department didn't first start until 1893. Do you know how it all started? It all started with one bucket. 50 buckets, actually. And that 50 buckets formed what's called the Bucket Brigade. From the Bucket Brigade, we then moved forward into what's called a steam pumper and a hand pumper. Just like you guys go to school every day and continue to learn, we have to come into work all the time and learn new things as well. Here to talk about that is Lieutenant Scott Veldman.
Hi there. Yes, my job here is to make sure our personnel, our firefighters, are trained in EMS and fire. So what we do is once a month, we use some of the equipment that we have in front of us to train and make sure that our skills are sharp so that in the event of an emergency, our guys are ready to go and they know what they're doing. So what we have in front of us is just a little bit of some of the equipment that we use. Some of it is, we've got CPR mannequins, an AED, and just some other various bandages and stuff. So if you want to look, I'll kind of show you, give you a walkthrough of what some of the stuff we do here. So this is our CPR mannequin. So what we can do is if somebody's heart stops beating, we can train our guys to do compressions and make sure that we're doing compressions the correct way. And attached to this mannequin is our AED pads, which is attached to our AED. And if somebody's heart rhythm is irregular, where it's a shockable rhythm, we can actually shock their heart and hopefully get it to restart back to a normal heart rate. Further down, if they're not breathing, what we can do is we can assist it in their breathing by using a BVM, bag valve mask, and help them with their breathing. If somebody's bleeding really bad, what we use now is tourniquets. A lot of this comes from the military, and what they found out is the sooner you can stop somebody's bleeding and the quicker you can stop somebody's bleeding, the better chance that they're going to survive. So we're using tourniquets now, just some Band-Aids, and then this is kind of an interesting piece of equipment. It's a SAM splint, and it's flexible, yet we can bend it in any direction we want to stiffen. It'll stiffen up around an arm, and then we can bandage it and set a broken bone. So along with EMS, our guys also have to be proficient in firefighting techniques. And before you is just some of the equipment that we have. There's a lot more in these trucks behind us, but we're just gonna hit on a couple of them today. So twice a month, these guys come down to the station for a couple hours a night. And what we do is we train on different techniques each week, and again, make sure their skills are good so that in the event of emergency, we're ready to go. So a couple things we have here is this is our nozzle, and you'll be able to see this flowing water later on in the video, but this is how we adjust, we get the water from the fire hose to the fire. So opens, closes, just like your garden hoses at home. This right here is a pry bar or pipe pull. We use this for prying opening doors or pulling ceilings down or opening walls looking for a hidden fire. Nice little tool. And then we've got our axe. This is a very basic piece of fire equipment that we have. Again, used for opening doors, putting holes in the roofs, pretty much anything we need, we usually carry an axe with us as the first piece of equipment that goes with us. Go a little bit further down. If somebody gets in a vehicle accident and they can't get out of the car, what we have here is hydraulic tools. And these little monsters right here are used to cut the cars apart so that we can get a patient out of the vehicle. We've got a set of cutters here, and we have a set of spreaders here, which is used to, like again, move the metal out of the way. So if you think of somebody that's trapped in a car, if they're think of them as a banana, So, and the car is the peel. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to peel that car away from the patient so that we can safely get them out and get them to the hospital and get some treatment. So that's kind of the way we look at it when we do a vehicle accident. And then when we're talking fire safety and we're telling everybody that they need to get out of the house as soon as they can because the smoke is so dangerous, but then you ask, well, how can firefighters go back into that smoke and they can do it safely? Well, this little piece of equipment right here is the reason why. We carry our own air into a house fire, and with that, we can breathe through our mask. And then we can breathe fresh air, which allows us to go into these smoky conditions and put the fire out or look for victims or get your pets out. So this is the reason why right here. And then the last piece of equipment is our saw. Saws are very useful for us for trying to open up roofs and doors and anything that we can't get in with an axe or a pry bar. We use a saw, we can cut things up and access the building. So, like I said, this is just a little piece of the amount of equipment that we carry here at the Grandville Fire Department, but hopefully it gives you a little peek on inside of what we do around here. So thank you very much for listening.
There are many jobs that make this department run smoothly. Much like you have a principal in your school that oversees everything that happens every day, we have a fire chief that oversees everything everybody does every single day. Fire Chief Mike May is our current fire chief.
Fire prevention is something else that the fire marshal is responsible for, and fire prevention is basically having our open houses so the kids can come look at the trucks, and then we talk about escape plans and how to make their home safer and how to safely get out of a home if they do have a fire in the house or any other sort of emergency. And the big thing that we teach them is stop, drop, and roll if their clothes catch on fire. And that pretty much sums it up.
Hi, my name is Gary Lowe. I'm a firefighter EMT with the Grandville Fire Department. As you've seen prior in this video, we do a lot of things in the community, a lot of hard work. While we work hard, we also play hard. A lot of the places you'll see us is National Night Out, our annual open house at the fire station, block parties, and other parties in your community.
So what happens when you call 911? Well, when you see an emergency, you pick up the phone and you dial 911. That call is then transferred over to Kent County Central Dispatch. While you're giving them all the information that they need, they're contacting the fire department. So we're already on our way while you're still talking to them. Time to suit up. Let's go. Thank you for visiting the Grandville Fire Station. We hope to see you soon. Bye.